Hey y'all, happy Saturday morning. How are y'all? It's a new day. I got up, I've picked up around the house and put on jeans and a sweater and earrings and kind of sort of fixed my hair just a smidge. All I did was use some dry shampoo. If you don't have dry shampoo in your life, go get you some. And I switched where I'm doing my lives. Normally I'm over there. If you jump on with me, say good morning and say hey. And if you catch this later on the replay, comment #replay. All right, so we are going to be testing out our 24K Gold Glam. Hey Miranda, hey Laura. I am getting ready to go to the post office to put your samples in the mail. I have not touched this. I have taken it out of the box and looked at it, but I have not touched it. But it's beautiful, and they have gold flakes in them. I know you can definitely see it in that black. All of the shades have a gold flake, so it's 24 karat Gold Glam. This is tiny, a tiny little thing, but these are pretty deep. You can see, and it's going to last you forever because you're not going to be using it every single day. I use my Glam Up palette, my Wonderlust palette, and my Iconic palette a lot. Like every day, that's generally what I grab unless I use a liquid eyeshadow or a cream shadow. So I'm excited to try this one. I've already used my Calendula face moisturizer as soon as I washed my face this morning. I put that on, and then I changed my clothes and fixed my hair, and then I did the foamy serum as my primer today because I'm dealing with dryness and redness, so that's just going to give me an extra layer of hydration under my makeup. Yes, Laura, they're going in the mail just in a little bit, so hopefully you'll have them in a couple of days. I've been using a wet beauty blender sponge for my foundation, but today I'm going to try to use the brush again and see how that goes. I just switch it up so that my skin and my face doesn't get used to it. So I'm going to use the CC cream in light to medium, and I'm also going to use the BB cream in light to medium, and I'm just going to mix those. I'm doing a little bit more CC cream than BB today because I do have some redness going on, and I woke up with a planet on the side of my nose this morning. So there's all of that. So I'm just mixing it up. If it's too bright, let me know, because I'm sitting over at our window. I've got a diffuser going with some oils in the living room and one in here. I always forget until I'm halfway. This is our lip plumper from Farmasi. And I don't care about plumping up my lips, but it just smells pepperminty. It's so smooth and creamy and hydrating. And if you have something like that on your lips, it helps keep the foundation off of your lips, and then your lipstick or lip gloss goes on and looks better. Hey Katie, good morning. Can you guys see me okay, or do I look washed out from the light? I don't know if y'all can hear Jordan and Arian there. And Jordan's being a teacher. So yesterday was a bit of a rough day. I don't know if you saw my post, but Ari woke up 2 times. And I didn't really ever get back to sleep. She woke up at 3:15 this morning. And at like 5:50. But thankfully, from where I was so wore out yesterday, I didn't get back good enough sleep after the 3-something wake up. But I did get back to sleep pretty decently after the 6th one. Not too washed out, Katie. Thank you. Good morning, Larissa. So if you are new on my page, I know I've got a lot of new followers and a lot of new friends. My name's Autumn. I'm a mama to a 2.5-year-old little girl. Husband to my, I'm not a husband. I'm a wife to my husband. We will have been married 7 years this July. We live in a tiny town in North Carolina that we wouldn't trade for anything. We did live in downtown Hickory the first, I just put CC cream all, and BB cream all in my hair because it was still on my hand. Oh well, natural highlights. We lived in downtown Hickory about 1.5 years as soon as we got married because we couldn't find anything here in Taylorsville. And Hickory's like 30 minutes away from here, but let me tell you, it's like we only had like 0.2 of an acre, and we could see in all of our neighbors' houses from where we stood in our kitchen, and like a couple streets back was a little bit sketchy. So we are so thankful to be back in our hometown. We have known each other since I was in 3rd grade. Grew up going to school together, church together. I'm going to do a full-blown, full face today. Hey, Heather. Good morning. Happy Saturday. How are you guys? All right, so I've also been using this tiny itty-bitty little sponge to do my concealer. So I'm going to go back to the brush today. I really need to wash my brushes. I really need to wash my brushes. And I was a 1st grade teacher. I taught 1st grade for 4 years, and I loved the age. I loved the babies. I loved the girls I taught with, but it's very hard. So if you are watching this and you know a teacher or you are a teacher, my heart goes out to you, especially during this pandemic, because I cannot imagine teaching and doing what you guys are doing right now. Yes, Katie, we got engaged in Boone the day before my birthday. I kind of thought Jordan was cheating on me because he had been acting so weird. He has been real secretive. If I grabbed his phone, he like grabbed it and freaked out and walked away. He broke out in hives. We had already been together for like 7 or 8 years, minus a couple months when he decided, to be a boy. But yes, it was freezing cold. It was like 19 degrees. Katie was there. Our photographer's coffee froze while it was sitting on the ground while we were taking pictures. And I just thought it was professional, like pictures for my birthday, and our friends were getting pictures made too. And yep, he popped the question. So my daughter's name is Ari. She is a teenager for sure. You have to be careful when you're using the brushes. You do have to do a really good job of blending so that you don't have it streaky. Hey, Kayla. Good morning. So I'm just going to go back over it with this and just make sure. My brush really needs to be cleaned. Like, that's just all there is to it. My face is really dry on the sides of my nose today. So I have been a beauty influencer with Farmasi since the middle of September. We are a European-based company out of Istanbul, Turkey. We have a distribution center in Doral, Florida. And the company has been around for like 70 years. But we've only been in the U.S. for 2 years, so it's relatively new, but it is growing like exponentially, so rapidly. Expanding to Mexico and Canada, hopefully by the end of this year. Hey, Diana, good morning. How is your foot? So I'm just going in with a loose, transparent powder. It is not Farmasi, but everything else that I have used is Farmasi. Farmasi has a pressed transparent powder, and we're hoping for a loose one. So I'm going to use the transparent powder everywhere that I used that liquid concealer to help keep it brightened up and to set it so that it doesn't crease or move. And Farmacy's liquid concealer, the concealer stick, y'all, the products just stay. So if you are newer to my page, that's a little bit about me. I taught my 4 years of teaching, and then Ari was due right at the beginning of school year, and God just made it possible for me to be able to stay at home. And I love to work. I love to have that feeling like that I'm providing. I like to feel needed. So I jumped on and joined the Farmasi family, and I have not regretted it, not one single day. I wake up every day with what can I do for my business? What can I do to better myself? How can I help others feel comfortable? And it has just given me a whole new level of confidence. Like, I know if you've watched me before, you've probably heard me say that, but like, I just can't explain. I'm okay with people seeing my blemishes, my acne, and my flaws. I'm okay with posting a picture yesterday, almost in tears from the day. Now, I've not cried on my lives yet, but if I keep talking, then it's a possibility. We're all human. We all make mistakes, especially if you're a mom. You know, it is not easy. The hardest job in the whole entire world, but it's the most rewarding. And my mom has said that my whole entire childhood, but I never believed her until just recently after having Ari. So it's just hard, y'all. Like, being stay at home is hard. You know, and there are days that I'm like, well, you know, like, we wouldn't be in such a bind. We would be able to do this freely and not have to like save for it. If I would go back to work. But then I look at Ari, and there are days where like she learns a new word, or she learns a new like task or skill, and I'm like, if I was at work, I would have just missed that. So Farmasi has given me that chance to make a paycheck helping others feel better while also helping myself feel better. My skin has never looked so good. I'm pushing myself. I've been keto for almost 2 months. I've lost in between like 11 and 13 pounds. I just feel good. Like, I just feel good, and it makes me happy. And if you're in a, like, you're just in a rut, like you're in a hard spot, if you're feeling down, if you're feeling depressed, come talk to me, because I promise I'll do my best to help you feel better. We don't have to talk about Farmasi or anything else, but if you just need somebody to talk to, come and let me know. Okay, my inbox is always open. I can give you my cell phone number and we can talk. Oh, Laura, thank you. Yes, tough job, but like, it's the best feeling in the whole entire world. And if you're watching this, if you're trying to have a baby, we've been there. It took us over 2.5 years to get Ari, beginning to think that we wouldn't have her, praying, letting God handle the situation, and his timing is absolutely perfect. If we would have gotten pregnant when we were initially trying, then I would have had to go back to work, because I had a scholarship for teaching that my way of paying it back was doing my service of teaching for 4 years. And if I did not teach for 4 years within a 7-year period, then I had to pay it back. She literally was due at the beginning of my 5th year. So it was perfect. I worked up until June, took my resignation technically the end of July, and here we are. So I've been stay at home for about almost 3 years. So that's a little bit about me. Let's drink my coffee and let's get this going. All right, so I have been doing, yes, Heather, the hardest thing I have ever done in my whole entire life. And I'm not one to back down from a challenge. I am not one to admit when I'm wrong most of the time. It's been something new that I have learned. I don't like to admit that I messed up, but I have learned that you have to do that now. Like, you have to do that. Okay. I won't quit talking before I start crying. All right, so I have been using my contour stick heavenly. It's $13.90. If you are not like a pro with contour, it is the quickest and simplest way to do your contour and to give you guys can see I'm just kind of like a ghost right now, and especially with this light from the window I look super washed out, and I really like doing my lives right here. So I'm going to go in with our Sunkissed bronzer. This is discontinued, but we are hoping that they will bring it back. I think the reason why they discontinued it was because it wasn't selling often enough, but it's huge. Like, it's almost as big as my face. It's a very deep pan. I've used it a couple of times. It's very similar to the shade that is in the Face 3-in-1 palette. And this is like a staple piece to have, y'all. It has the bronzer, a highlighter, and a blush. You can use all three of these shades on your face. You can use all three of these shades on your eyes. I did a live a couple days ago, really quick, fast, in a hurry because we were going to the park. And that's all that I used with like my foundation, concealer, powder, and my mascara. I used the blush on my cheeks, and then I used the brown shade on my eyes, highlighter up on my eyes, highlighter on my cheek, and I was ready to go. Heather, I saw you share that. Yeah, you'll have to send me a little bit more information about that because I'm really, like, I think that might be good for me. So I'm going to use our super fluffy brush. This is from the New Year's set. A little bit of this goes a long way. So I'm just going to add a little bit under my cheek. And now I do have to make it to the post office before they close. So look how much that livens me up. Bring a little bit down my neck. Look how much of a shadow that already gave me. And I like to bring it up just a little bit when I'm doing the powder to make my chin look a little skinnier. You'll bring this up around your hairline. If you have a larger forehead, or if you think it's larger and you don't like it, put a little bit more bronzer or contour up to give you a shadow. And it will make it look smaller. That's the whole point of doing contour. To give you a shadow. Cheekbones. Then I'm going to do a little bit. I have a larger nose, and now it has a lump right here where Jordan broke it last summer. So, make all your shadows. And you can also do a little bit under your lip. Sometimes I use a contour powder. I really am digging the contour stick. It is quick. It's easy. It's a lot easier than powder. I feel like I have more control over it. Put a little bit under your bottom lip, and it'll give you like a pout. So that's the Sunkissed bronzer. If you like bronzer, just to give your face a little color, the Face 3-in-1 palette is very similar. All right, so I'm going to hold off on my blush. Normally, I would go ahead and do my blush and my highlighter on my cheeks, but I kind of need to do my eyes first to see. I missed what foundation. Larissa, I used CC and BB today. I used a little bit more. I used like 2/3 CC and 1/3 BB on my hand, just because I had several pimples, acne places, and I had a lot of redness and dryness. So the CC is a color corrector, and it helped color. Like, it totally covered every bit of it. And I used the Pro brush. This Kabuki brush is heavenly. It is so soft, but right now it's a little stiffer because it needs to be washed. All right, let's do this. 24K Gold Glam eyeshadow palette. It has 6 shades in it. It is a limited edition thing, so I think once they run out of them, they're not restocking them. There are 2 mattes and 4 shimmers, and they're beautiful. This one's almost a matte too. So you've got like a base color, you've got some transition shades, and then you've got some extras. So let's play in this and see what happens. And then I've got 2 different color blushes over here and 2 different color eyeliners. And we'll just kind of go from there once we see. Try the BB cream. I haven't missed it, but I'm going to try that later. Larissa, yes. Like, a lot of people don't give the BB cream. Like, I had never tried a BB cream before, except, like, you know, just drugstore BB cream. And, like, it felt like water on my face. It didn't cover really. But our BB cream and CC cream have, like, a light to medium coverage classification. I get full coverage out of them. And you can build it up and put it on thicker. I barely put any on. CC is a color corrector. The BB is a beauty balm. They're both considered a foundation. They're not really a matte finish, but it's not like a luminous finish. They're both super hydrating. BB cream is only $15.90 for customers, and CC cream is only $16.90 for customers, and I get those half off. So I get my CC for $8 something, and I get my BB cream for less than $8. All right, so I'm going to use this one right here. It is called Base, and I'm going to use it as a base. This is also one of our pro brushes. These very fluffy ones, always tap it off. These very fluffy ones are super good for your first layers. You want to put a base on so that your eye is not tacky, because I did go up with my concealer on my lid. Larissa, it said like 5 times that you're watching. I think Facebook's been having some issues. So this is just gonna set, I did put a little bit of powder up there, but this is just like an extra layer. And this mirror in here is magnifying, like showing all the things. So we might use a different mirror. So I just used the base. Very pigmented, very pigmented. I'm trying to think what I want to do. I kind of wore a shirt today that matches pretty good. So I think I'm going to go in with this. The next shade is called Bronze. This one right here in the middle. It's really pretty brown. I'm using the same brush, and I didn't use like my color switch or anything, just because it was just a base color. And I'm gonna start about 1/3 of the way in, and I'm gonna pat that right on my crease. And y'all, I'm not very good with keeping this clean out here on the side, so I have been seeing tricks, and I'm like, okay, it's time to try it. I had a card laying around. This is a card that my earrings came on from the Tiny Willow. Put it right here at your eye and use it, and it will make such a pretty crisp, look at that. And then I'm gonna dip again into my eyeshadow and tap off my brush. We'll have to get close to y'all so I can see. 1/3 of the way in, I like my eyeshadow to be a little darker on the outside edge unless I'm doing a specific look. So, not raining today, still cloudy, but I think it is supposed to be like 64. My niece is coming over this afternoon after naps. Look at that. So that her and Ari can play. They have not seen each other in a while. Because we have just been so busy. We've had baby showers, and we have another baby shower next weekend for Jordan's niece. Look at that. How pretty. All right, so that was my transition shade. If you have hooded eyes, it's easier to do a transition shade. Just, you have to bring it up above your crease just a little bit, because if you keep it right in that crease, you're not going to see it. All right. Let's swatch these so we know. This one is called Gold Digger. It's really pretty shimmery gold. And this one is called Golden Flash. It's a little brighter. This one. And then we have Stardust. Ooh, that's pretty. All right, so that's what I'm going to use. I'm going to use Stardust next, and I'm going to put it underneath underneath that brown that I just used. And I'm going to use, this is an ELF brush. It's thinner, but it still has some pretty good give, so you can do a lot of blending. So I just dipped in there and tapped off my brush. And I'm going to keep that mainly on the lid, but blend it up so that those colors mesh together. If this is too much of makeup or eyeshadow for your liking for a day look, then you could easily stop with this, throw on some mascara, and be good to go. But I'm gonna jazz it up a little bit. Let me use this mirror so I can see. So you guys can see it's a little bit, and you can see that gold shimmer. Like, it's there. If you catch this later, make sure you comment replay, #replay. And if you are new to my page, hello, how are you? Happy Saturday. We are testing out the 24K Gold Glam eyeshadow palette from Farmasi. If you're new to my page, or if you're just jumping on and you're new, you'll have to go back and catch the replay. So I introduced myself. Yeah. All right, so now I'm going to go in with this shade right here. It's called Golden Flash. And I'm using the same brush, but I used my color switch. And I'm going to keep this on like the bottom half of my lid. And blend it up. And then I'm going to go and do the same thing on this one, and then I might do a second layer. So that it shows up a little bit more. So pretty. All right. So you could have easily just done those 2 shades of brown. Hey, Alicia. Happy Saturday. Thank you guys for taking time out of your morning. It's hit or miss on Saturdays. Sometimes we have good outturns and sometimes we don't. Outturns. All right. So the last shade I'm going to use this same brush. This one is called Space Noir, and it's the black with the gold glam. And I'm going to start very lightly just because black is always not as forgiving as other colors. I'm going to start on this outer corner and do like a V shape. And then I'm going to use, which is going to be hard, I'm going to use this card and line it up so that it stays clean. Black is not easy to fix, so start lighter than you would think you would need, and you can always build it up. Look at that. So I'm not doing like this, I'm just barely dip, dip, dip. And then I'm going to do the same thing on this side. Ooh. And there's still product on the brush from the other side, so just be careful. Sometimes I have to do a little bit more of a dramatic look because I get more black on there than I wanted. Woohoo. All right, let's see what this is looking like. Oh gosh, that's so pretty. Browns and blacks and golds are just my jam. And then you just want to make sure, don't get any more product on your brush. Sometimes you can flip it over and just go back and blend it out. Can you guys see that? I don't know how whitewashed I looked. Look. Then I'm going to take this super fluffy eyeshadow brush and just kind of go on the top and smooth out that edge. Make sure that black and brown, because I could see it in this mirror. I don't know if you could, but you can just see like itty bitty little lines to where it's not 100% blended. And that looks like it goes all the way out. That's actually like just an indentation where I pushed a little too hard. Your eyes are super sensitive. I'm gonna take my eyeshadow brush, or my foundation brush, and just kind of go under. Make sure I don't have any fallout. I didn't have a ton. Color cleaner, if you don't have one, go get you one. I think I got both 2-pack for like $6 something off of Amazon. And I haven't even started using the second one. It's heavenly. All right. That's so pretty. All right, now I'm gonna take a little smaller brush. This is from the Pro Series, and I'm going to dip into that black. And I'm gonna take it underneath. Oh, I went down way too far. This mirror throws me for a loop. I'm actually doing better up here. And then I'm just gonna kind of take that and blend it in. Bring it up on that line. And that kind of helps you figure out where you're gonna do your eyeliner. Sorry, y'all. I'm doing it on like a, you know, the little TV dinner tray things you can fold out like an eat in the living room. We keep one in here on this side of the bed because we only have one nightstand. We didn't want 2 nightstands to totally take up the window space. So there we go. Now I'm going to take a little bit fluffier brush, and I'm going to use this brown that I used first in my transition shade up here in the crease. It's called Bronze. And I'm going to bring it down as well. I used to always do eyeliner, top and bottom, same eyeliner, only black, the little roll-up pencil top. And y'all, since starting Farmasi, I don't even put eyeliner on the bottom unless I'm doing a specific look. And like, I just do my eyeshadow down there, and I use ink liners now. I use glitter eyeliners and metallic eyeliner. Like, who is this chick? All right, so there's my eyeshadow look. It's not crazy. I mean, I could get by with this for daytime, and I could easily put on some lashes. I could darken up the black. I could, you know, make it look a little bit more vibrant. Oh, I forgot to do my gold up on my brow. All right, so then I'm going to take this little short, fat, flat brush. It does not have a ton of give, and I'm using the middle shade Gold Digger. And I'm going to put it up here. Oh, crazy eyebrow. And then I'm going to pop a little bit on my inner corner. Brightens up your eyes. To me, it like gives your eye, like when people are looking at you, they're going to look at that glitter right there in the middle of your eyes, middle of your face. My face is super dry. All right, so that is the 24K Gold Glam palette. What do you guys think? Throw up some likes and hearts if you like it. Don't be ghost watchers. It helps us. I don't just feel like I'm sitting here talking to a window. All right, if you are in my area, can you comment what time it is so that I know? All right, so I went more like earthy tones. So I think, let's see. I have Rose Jam blush, or I have Sweet Almond. They're a little different. This one's a little bit more pinky. This one's a little bit more brown. So what color blush? Sweet almond or rose jam? Rose jam on this side. Sweet almond on this side. What do you guys think? 11:07. Thanks, Shara. I didn't know you were watching. How are you? Happy Saturday. What do you guys think about rose jam? What one you think? Rose jam? Okay, Larissa. Thank you. So I'm going to use a flat kabuki brush. Rose jam. Okay, perfect. These are our tender blushes. There are so many shades of these. I need to write prices on my stuff because I never remember. I think they're $10.90, but I'm not 100% sure. Some people use a really fluffy brush like the brush I used for my bronzer. I like to use a flat brush. I do. And then I just, on the apples of my cheeks, and then I blend it up. Sometimes I add just a smidge up here to give me some color. All right, so that is Rose Jam. It's one of my favorites. Modern Ballet is my absolute favorite. And then Rose Jam. Love Letter is a really pretty burgundy. All right, Face 3-in-1 palette. Going in the middle shade with the highlighter. And I put that on top of my blush, and then it kind of help blends it out. So you see the shimmer? I put down my nose, and then I put quite a bit on the tip of my nose. I love it. Cupid's bow on my chin. Just a little bit up here. You can see where the sun is hitting my face. I just poked myself in the lip. And that's where you want to put your highlighter. You want to accentuate those areas. Excuse me, my nose was itching. All right, so I have a black ink liner, and I have the coffee ink liner, which is a dark brown. I don't know if you guys can see. Which one do you think would look better? A black or brown? Black or brown? I've got both colors in my eyes, black, browns, and golds. Y'all, if you need a tiny, like this, you could throw in your purse, in your diaper bag, keep it in your car. Super easy to take with you to travel. There are even though there's only 6 shades in here, you could do so many looks with this. If you are interested, I will grab you one and get it ordered for you. It's awesome. All right, which ink liner? I'm kind of thinking brown. All right, eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Let's do brown. One side of this mirror is magnifying, and we don't want to be super magnified. Brown, Larissa says brown. Okay, here we go. I am still learning these wings. I'm trying to do like a cat eye where it's, but you know. And I have this really weird area right here that I have to like fill in. And I just kind of fill in that corner and bring it down. And I have wrinkles right there, so it just creases. All right, so let's try to do this side. I'm gonna bring this down just a little bit. These are ink liners. They are $16.90, and they are so easy to use. They glide on like melted butter, and they do not move. I drew on my hand the other day. After I use it for a little bit, I like to clean the end off of it. In the morning, I used it. It literally lasted all day, washing my hands, cooking supper. I gave Ari her bath that night, and it was still on until I used makeup remover that night. Like, I was shocked. Now, here comes the fun part of getting these even. Ari's playing with her karaoke piano. You're probably going to hear her soon. She knows one level on that thing, and it is loud as it comes. All right, let's see. Are those even? Sorry, I can't talk and concentrate on this. Mine is like super indented there. I don't know if that's normal. Yes, Larissa, we have makeup remover wipes, the Scentsy wipes. There's 20 wipes in a pack, and I think they're $5.95. They're super gentle. They're really thin, but like this full face, I could get by with one wipe. And we also have the bi-phased makeup remover, which is my all-time favorite. It comes in a bottle. It's about the same size as my tonic with my face cleanser. And it's bi-phased. So there's like two. It separates. And I have been using it since I think October, and I just ran out of it. It is so good. And I just use one of the cotton rounds, put a little bit on it, and then I use both sides of my cotton round. It's awesome. Like, it is awesome. Oh, Larissa, like I used to too I used to use other makeup wipes, because makeup remover is very harsh on my face. It makes my face burn. It makes my face really like sensitive, especially around my eyes. Not at all. Not a bit. Sounds like Ari's getting in trouble. We've been having an issue, like she's so distracted and she wants to play, and then she forgets she needs to go to the bathroom. So like yesterday, she had an accident. I'd asked her I don't know how many times. All right. Are those even? Not really. This one's a little bigger, but it is what it is. All right. That's all I'm going to do, because if I keep messing with them, they're just going to look even more. All right. Okay, Larissa, awesome. Thank you. This is our vegan mascara. And I shut this mirror again. I don't know why. Super big, fluffy wand. It is gentle on your eyes. Oh, Larissa, I got sidetracked. The makeup remover, like I used to, if I wore mascara several days, I would end up having to use something and like, do like this. It takes every bit of it off. I normally use 2 cotton rounds, like if I have this much makeup on like I do today with a full-blown glam on my eye. I use 2 cotton rounds with that bi-phased makeup remover, and then I wash my face with my skincare routine. Right now I'm using the Acne line, and by the time I wash my face, and with this line you're not supposed to use the tonic up around your eyes, there's nothing left. Nothing on the cotton round. And then your mascara goes on beautifully the next day because your lashes are clean and they're not gunky. All right. Look at that. Your eyes always look a little funky until you get that mascara on. I don't go anywhere without mascara 9 times out of 10. I think we have 12 mascaras now, so there's literally one for every person, something for everybody's liking. We have all different shapes of wands. Use a timer one. Go see if she will go over. She's been like fully potty trained since last year. But you know, we try to take her every 2 hours. Just because she gets so distracted. We very rarely have accidents, but then it's like 1 week we just have them a couple times and then she's fine again. All right, so I just used the spoolie brush, brushed that product out of my brows. I did not bring my brow product over here. I really love the brow mascara. Super quick and easy. It looks like a tiny little mascara wand, and then I just flick it through, let it sit for a few minutes, and then I use the spoolie brush again. I'm gonna have to get in a gear because I got to get up to the post office to get some samples in the mail. If you are local and you would like some samples, comment samples. If you are not local and you would like some samples, comment samples, and then I'll reach out to you and we can get you some samples in the mail. All right, so this is one I have not tried yet. This is also the 24K Gold Glam lipsticks. These also have the gold flakes in them, and they are beautiful. There's a red, a purple, and then this nude color. Hey, Amanda! How are you? So you guys, I don't know if you guys can see in this one, but there are gold flakes in this. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Now, this is a lipstick, so this is one that you would have to reapply throughout the day. And I'm just going to the post office, and I'll have to have on a mask. But I just want to show you guys. So soft, so creamy, quick and easy. And it matches my shirt, matches my look. So there we go. I actually have a couple extra of these sets here. If you want the whole set, message me. There's a red, a purple, and this nude color. I also have one that the purple has been taken out of. So if you would like just an individual, they're $16.90 a piece. It's going to last you forever. I don't know if you guys can see. I feel like you can a little bit. All right, so that's my look for today. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your Saturday. I hope it's warm and you get to enjoy it today. If not, hopefully it'll be warm soon where you're at. I love you guys. Thanks for jumping on. If you catch this later and you don't see that red live button, please comment #replay. If you're interested about any of the products that I use, let me know. Again, my name is Autumn and I'm a beauty influencer with Farmasi, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.